Yo, it's XP. We are back with another video. We're gonna be talking about Where Winds Meet. This is the final closed beta. This is also the final day of the closed beta. So for those of you that are watching this, some of you might not have watched my previous streams. If you haven't, you should go over to my actual, click on my channel and go over to streams. You can watch from day one, and you don't have to watch all the way through, but you can see my actual, like, full-on reaction to how I feel about the actual game as time unfolded. But yeah, so let's talk about, let's get into the core gameplay of things, right? So at its heart, right, so we do have stealth, combat, sword play. I mean, there's different types of weapons, right? So if we go into the actual thing itself, so if we go into develop, go into abilities, you can see here where we go into all weapons: sword, spear, fan, blade, dual blades, umbrella, rope dart. Now, at the bottom left, you can see it says the content of closed beta does not represent the final product. Of course, things can change. So I'm wondering if they're going to add more, or if things will change after that. So as you can see, twin blades, this is a melee DPS. I don't think there is anything else to do with twin blades. I think they are just literally DPS. So you might have seen me use the umbrella a lot of times. For those of you that have been in my streams, I use the umbrella. In the beginning, I did use the fan for healing. So I usually do the DPS and the healing. That's how I've gone and done my stuff. I did use a spear. I wanted to see how the spear animations were, so that's kind of what I used. Same thing with the mortal rope dart. This was a really interesting gameplay loop, at least for me, or at least the animations were interesting. And then we had the nameless sword, which is the first thing that you start out with. Very, very good animations. I absolutely love playing with this. Again, I loved the fan as well. The fan was a very good, at least for me, it was a really good, like, starting thing. I'm pretty sure, like, as you progress with the fan, it gets even better. But as you can see, there's more moves with those types of weapons. So there's not just one type of move, there is multiple types. Well, depending on which one, right? So the spear has three types of three types of ability, three types of martial arts, right? Which you can actually swap out every now and again. The umbrella has two, so you got the range DPS and then you got the healing. The sword has 1, 2, 3. So you got the I believe that's tanking, and then you got another DPS, which is a strategic one, right? So the fan also has 2 as well. It's got range DPS and it's also got the healing as well. So again, like, you can mix and match your gameplay. And also don't forget as well, I believe if you're going to build management here, you can also make your own builds. So you can actually save this, for example, create basically save it as a new plan. Oh, you have to name it. Let's name it first. Create new. And then you can go into current build, and then you can swap all of these out and create a completely different build, and then you can swap that out and whatever. But yeah, that's the combat. I'll show some clips of the combat. That's sick. Yo, and you can swap weapons at the same time while you heal. Nah, this is good.
好像动静。
This is so key. It is. We can try. What the hell is
装
a...
神弄鬼，出来！
It's a lock.
结果我要。
It's a man lock. Hey, yo. Wait a minute. He comes back to life. There's overworld bosses that you fight as well that I actually enjoyed the design of. A lot of it is it relies heavily on deflection and dodge. So you guys might have seen that I kind of feel bad because I was kind of on easy mode, but I didn't know what to expect because I played a lot of Rise of the Ronin, so I've played the whole like parry situation and with Expedition 33, so the whole parry thing, I did all of that, and I enjoy doing the parry stuff and the dodging, of course. But yeah, as for what the bosses offer, it can be hard depending on the difficulty you choose. So I mean, again, the game does also have difficulty levels depending on what you pick. So it's down to you, and you don't have to have the game on assisted or the deflection thing on assisted, which is what I had it on because I didn't know the timing of the parries, because some people might not know this, but there's different timings. Every game has its own time-based parries, which I find a little bit weird. Ghost of Tsushima is the same as well, by the way. But yeah, anyway, a lot of these things are really cool. So I'll go into more of the open world elements in a moment. What I'm going to go into right now is the co-op and MMO elements. So the co-op and MMO elements, I'm going to be honest, the way it works, it's very, very separate to one another. So you don't necessarily need to... So if you are a solo player, you can still enjoy the game, from what I understand. You can still enjoy the game as a solo player. So if you don't like MMOs and you just want to enjoy the game on your own, you can go ahead and do that. You don't actually have to play the game with anyone else. That's what I've been doing for 7 days straight. So the co-op, I can't really talk about. I kind of wish that my brother would have got involved, because that would have been pretty cool, because like I would have tried to have like played. I would have preferred to play co-op with him because I know my brother, but anyway, it is what it is. In any case, I like the fact that, you know, you got a choice between it. right? But anyway, that's the only thing. Well, actually, that's not the only thing that I can talk about, actually. So there is another thing here as well. So there's some things that you can do in the game that is for co-op. So there's some things like I think you've got drinking games, there's card games, there's tons of things that you can do. I think bounties is another one of them as well. There's PvP. There's guilds that you can do. I'm pretty sure there's also there's tons and tons of other things that you can do together. Scholars. Oh, I'm guessing that yeah, so a lot of this is yeah, a lot of this is like co-op stuff. Cross-region matchmaking enabled. Yeah, so again, like I think you've even got bosses here that you can do with co-op. Joint strikes. That's another thing as well. You can call for help with. You can post bounties and get people to help you with. Again, the game is also co-op, so even like if you got a friend, you can still play the game solo. But if you got a friend, you can play with a friend, which is also awesome. It's pretty good. I will talk about the shops later. Okay, on to the exploration and world design. I'm going to be completely honest. A lot of this blew me away. So, over the past 7 days, I'm going to be honest, there's probably people that can complete this quicker than me, but I was so amazed in the world of Where Winds Meet that if we go over here a minute, there's so much content. There's so much content. So, for example, you've got capturing horses. So let's see if we can capture this one. Right, concentration. Right. Failed that. See? And as you can see here, we've just captured a horse, right? So we've just tamed our, well, it's not our first horse, but this is the second horse we've tamed. So yes, you can tame horses. Now, I don't know if you can tame other horses or anything. Oh yeah. I'll go to that guy in a bit. What I'm gonna do right now is we'll go to this guy here. What would you like? Wait, so what do I do with this? Well, this is interesting. I think we just come across a glitch. Or at least a bug. Let me do this and see if it itself. So anyway, as you could see there, you can capture a mount. Like I said, they'll probably fix a lot of these bugs by the time this comes out. But I mean, the amount of content there is, it is just insane. So there is another thing that I wanted to show. So this here. So there's other things like this. Play music. So I'm gonna do this. I suck at this. I should have chose something easier. Oh my god. Oh, use the... Oh my god. Alright. So yeah, as you guys can see, you've got lots of different types of activities out there. Like I said, you've got drinking games, you've got there's tons of things out there. Absolutely tons of things. And as you can see here, there's all types of things. I'm gonna collect these real quick. There's all types of things that you can collect as well. Chivalry, martial arts, mystic arts, injustice. So I think these are random events as well. And these are things that you can also... I think these are things that you can also... Clock of War. Secret never shared. But yeah, a lot of this... Oh yeah, and also the amount of... the more times you fight against an enemy, the more you become, like, better. So again, this is like a Rise of the Ronin sort of thing. Like, the more you fight against them... I'm pretty sure it is Rise of the Ronin. The more you fight against them, the more effective, I believe, you are against them. Defeated 44. And I think you get more, and they reward you with stuff. So it's like, they reward you with tons and tons of, like, different things. So medicine, law and order, that's obviously locked, fortunately. So merchant, again, I think this is where you can, like, become a merchant and you start trading and stuff. There is an actual trade thing. Beasts, I don't really know. Well, there's tons. Weasels. I've actually seen a weasel. They're actually funny. Donkey. I got. We're not gonna talk about that one. I don't think I've seen a water buffalo. I might have actually. But yeah, a lot of this is really, really interesting. But yeah, so on the topic of exploration and world design is the visuals. So I mean, here's the thing. Let's go into immersion mode. Just look at all of this. I'm just gonna be honest. This game doesn't even have... I don't think this game has ray tracing, and it doesn't even need it. All of these games that uses ray tracing and things, this is just embarrassing. Don't get me wrong, some of the textures are a bit meh, but the thing is, the way I'm looking at it is they're looking at putting this on mobile, they're looking at putting this on as many platforms as possible, and I think that's fine. And the thing is as well, the water still looks fine. And you know something else? Since we're talking about visuals, the audio is also good. I know it sounds like I'm literally trying to merge everything into one here, but like, just look at this. We're not even using FSR or anything. This just looks amazing. It just looks amazing. It looks amazing, it plays amazing. the combat. Also, can we just be real? Look how creative this is. And look how cool this is. This is just so cool. And here's the thing. Watch this. We can fight in a match. You can still see the user interface, of course. But it doesn't really get in the way. And this is what I like. Immersion mode is really good. And it's also good for taking pictures as well. So if you guys are really into taking pictures, this is the thing to go for. I think I might have to. We can do this. Then we this. There we go. So that brings us to the big thing that I think a lot of people are gonna ask as well is monetization. Is this game gonna be free to play, or is this game going to be a game where we have to buy the game? So I believe on Steam it says it's free to play, so I believe it's going to be free to play. But if it comes out and it's not free to play, I understand. There's a lot of content to be there. But hear me out. So this is something that we're gonna go into right now. Okay? So let's go into the shop. So I think this is gonna be the thing that kind of sells this game in a way. So let's forget about the drawers right now. The outfits. If you look at the outfits, alright. I mean, some people are gonna absolutely love this. Do you know what? Let me get out of. Anyway, so if you look at these outfits, they are really well done. And I'm not trying to be funny. I've seen some companies. Conan Exiles is probably the worst for freaking cosmetics. I've seen some of their cosmetics and they're freaking horrible compared to this. This is awesome. Even the cheap ones look pretty decent. This one is probably the worst one in my opinion. See, I like this one. This one's pretty cool. Dyeing coming soon. I think you can dye these ones. This one looks pretty cool. This one doesn't look too bad. This one's actually pretty cool. This one's nice. I got this one. I also got it. Well, obviously you can see it's owned. So I got this one for. So Sakura came into the chat and was asking, "Can you get rid of the ears and the tail?" Yes, you can. So I'll go into that in just a moment. There's this as well. There's this one, and again you got the horse. You got this one. You got this, and you got the horse ski. So again, a lot of their monetization isn't actually pay to win. All of these are cosmetics, and I think this is fine. Personally, I think this is fine because it's just cosmetics. So that brings us to the next thing, the drawer. So as you can see here, so if we go into the shop, I'm hoping I can explain this to the best of my ability. So as far as I'm aware of, this currency here, the neon egg. So I was able to get 2 neon eggs from just basically keep drawing, and you get basically a legendary item from drawing a lot. But obviously that's from pulling a certain amount of draws. But obviously these so every time you draw the neon egg, you can exchange the neon egg for one of these. So I decided to get this one because I figured this would look cool. However, I did not like the hair, so I've obviously used my current hair a lot better in my opinion. But anyway, you can exchange it for any one of these, and again, they're literally cosmetics. They're just cosmetics. That's it. So again, this one's cosmetics. Cosmetic. Again, the same thing. All swords in one. This is the same as well. So yeah. Again, cosmetic. Wait, I didn't know you could do that. How'd you get that? Oh, you get it from the draw shop. Right, okay. I understand now. You've also got a lot of these, so you can also get, what's it called? And you can earn the golden resonance. That's probably gonna, I don't know if that's gonna change because it's a test. It looks like they've put in a lot of effort with a lot of their stuff. But that's personally, I will say, so I have seen this whole thing with the guaranteed legendary within like 115 or something. I don't know if it's more than that. Is there a way of finding out how many? This is where things get interesting, right? So from the cosmetic shop, you can get all of these different outfits, and you can basically change up your style, right? So you can, like, so for example, you could wear that with this, and you know, if you decide you want to wear a hat with it, you can. You decide you want to wear a cloak with it, just because, you can. I believe you can actually dye certain ones, but I don't actually know which ones you can actually dye. I mean, if you could dye that like white, light blue, but is what it is. Point of the matter is, you can do whatever you wish. Still got this. There's so many different types of hairstyles. And there's so many different outfits that you choose to wear. That actually works so well. That actually works so well, it's unbelievable. That hairstyle actually works with so many of these. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. It works with almost anything. What the hell? No way. That's nuts. That's actually nuts. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna go back to my original hair. Just because I prefer it, okay. That's what we were playing as for a long time. So you've got earrings as well. So if you want your character to have earrings, you got that. You've got the whole bunny, sorry, freaking fox ears. You've got this. You've got masks, like masks. You've also got different types of effects, and you can combine them. So, if you want different types of things, they've given you extra slots. What the hell? Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna take these off. I don't really like them. But that one kind of fits, but I think that one was for, I believe. Which one was that? Which one was that for? I forget. Hold on. Oh, it was for this one. So it was this with this. And we still got that silly. Take that Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna go back to our... but yeah, so those are the different types of things. So the situation thing, this is all about your background. This is the card that I believe people will see when they bring up your player banner or whatever. Obviously, this is where you go to change your cosmetics. Obviously here, you can tell. Here you can change your mounts, exploration rewards. Apparently you can get boats as well, so that's interesting. I don't know if they're gonna add more to that stuff. Oh yeah, so we do have this one as well. So this is pretty cool. I wished it would have had her hair in it though. But that is sick. I love it. Oh, so this is... Okay, so this is where you can dye certain things. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna call my mount real quick. So as you can see... Gonna go into this. Oh. There's a bit of a bug there. As you can see, we got the doggy! Freaking love this freaking... Like, I know it's a bit, like, janky at times, but I don't really care, bro. This is amazing. But yeah, this is literally a final thoughts video, really. Just giving my thoughts on it. Also, the cutscenes in the game. I'll probably end up just showing maybe some of the ones that I kind of liked in the game. Maybe some sceneries and stuff. But the cutscenes were fantastic from the ones that I've seen in the beta, and I really do have to give it to the developers I enjoyed every moment of the closed beta, and I do have to say, for me personally, I have to give the game so far a 9.5. Even with all the bugs, and I mean, there wasn't really that many. The performance, there was a few stutters here and there, but that could be due to anything. I mean, again, I'm streaming off the same machine. Can I leave you there for a minute? I've been streaming off the same machine, and you know, I mean, I can't really blame them for that, 'cause that's really on me. But yeah, like I said, it's a really good game. And like I said, this game is free, as I've been saying in my streams. Nope. As I've been saying in my streams, this would be my game of the year, 100%, if this comes out this year. Come on, get rid of him, get rid of him. See that? We just mastered that as well. There we go. There we have it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. But yeah, overall, this is just what I feel about the game. There's a lot more that I wish I could try to talk about, but there's so much, like, really try and cram into a video. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit the like, consider subscribing if you're new, and feel free to join the Discord link is down in the description below. Feel free to join, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when our next video drops or when our next go live, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy and peace out.